Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Corning Sports Report. I don't know if you can see me or not here. Actually going live from my son Ty's room here in Keeler, Missouri for a couple different reasons. We'll jump into that here in a minute. I'm Andy Earls here, your owner-operator. I'm going to be your commentator, not your host. We don't have any sports to stream, unfortunately. So we're not Corning Sports Report tonight. We're more like Corning News Report. I'm going to try to sit down. Hopefully you can still see my big head. Hopefully. Can you still see it? I don't know. I see a little shine coming off of that up there. Guys, I just wanted to first get a few people on here first and just kind of go over a few things. I've had a lot of people ask me about the sports banquet, the Coach Nolan Richardson Sports Banquet. I wanted to give an update on it, talk a little bit about our upcoming schedule for CSR, what's happened, what won't be happening. Also, want to talk about the City of Corning. City of Corning. Mayor Greg Arndt mentioned a few things, and want to get that out there for everybody. I know we usually get a pretty good audience, so I want to get that out there for everybody as well. And also, Kelly Smith, she had mentioned something today too. I want to send out there. And then also Growing Corning Together, we got some things. So we've got a plethora of stuff here that we're going to go with, and I'm still kind of waiting for everybody to get on here. So here's just a few of the topics we'll speak of tonight, if I can get them on there for you. Just a few of the topics we're going to speak about tonight. Again, trying to get a few more people on here if we can before I start diving into it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Never streamed from a little town like Keeler, Missouri, so hopefully our system's working well. This will be a good test for it too while we're up here doing this. So we've got about 40 people on, so maybe now's a good time to just jump into it, to dive into it. Okay. All right, guys, again, this is Andy Earls, Corning Sports Report. Getting live here in my son Ty's. Can you wave, Ty, up on top of your bunk bed? Can you wave for the camera for all the people that's going to be watching? There you go. He's 8 years old. In case you can tell by his room in here, he's a sports fanatic like his daddy, so hopefully I'm raising him right there. So anyways, hopefully I'm raising him right there. Couple things real quick. Okay, first, the big thing that I want to just get out there. A lot of people have asked me about the Coach Nolan Richardson banquet. Man, are you still going to have it? What's going on? What's the latest? So as of right now, it is still a go. It is still on. The Nolan Richardson banquet, the Growing Corning Together / Pride Booster Club sports dinner banquet with our guest, our amazing guest. I don't know how we'd ever get a better one, the Hall of Fame coach Nolan Richardson. It is still a go for right now. And I say for right now, and this is the reason why. Coach Nolan's agent actually called me the other day. We had a pretty long discussion, pretty good discussion, I think, me and Coach Nolan's agent. And we spoke about, legality stuff, state-issued stuff, different things. He's from Ohio, the agent is, and right now in Ohio you can't even have a large gathering, doesn't matter what it's for over 200 people right now. So, fortunately for us right now, the state of Arkansas has not done that, or at least not in our area. They have, I think, in that Saline County, Pulaski County, Jefferson County, and I think there's another county, all of central Arkansas, where the coronavirus cases have came out of Arkansas at. So I think there are limits of 200 in those counties. Matter of fact, the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame was last night, or 2 nights ago, I think, and they usually have about 750 to 1,000 people. They had to cut that back to 200 or less because of Governor Ava Hutchinson and everything that the state of Arkansas wanted for those counties. So I don't know if they can legally tell you that you can or cannot have an event. I don't know. I've heard conflicting stories there, but obviously you want to do what's best and what they think is best and the right people in the right mind there. But Coach Nolan, agent, and I will talk on March 22nd. We're going to call again. We're going to put everything kind of on pause right now as far as me going out and renting tables and this and that. I told Coach Nolan's agent that the 22nd is the latest date I can possibly do this because of catering, table rentals, even for the golf thing in the morning, the golf cart rentals. I've got to have a little bit of a leeway there to make sure I can have enough time to get everything in and sufficiently do this the right way because we don't want to just half-heart this thing. This is our stuff, man. This is our event, the City of Corning's event, so we don't want to half-heart that. So that's what I told him. So he's going to call me on the 22nd. He talked to Nolan 2 weeks ago, and everything was still a go. And now it's possible that Coach Nolan at his age, here by the 22nd, maybe he decides against this. If everything keeps getting worse and he doesn't feel comfortable, yes, we did sign a contract, both of us, but again, I'm not going to hold his feet to the fire, especially over something like that, and especially Coach Nolan Richardson. That's a guy that's meant so much for the state of Arkansas and Razorback athletics. I would never hold his feet to the fire for something like that. That's pertaining to health. And, his wife, I know Rose isn't doing real good either health-wise, and I would never do that. So if Coach Nolan calls on the 22nd, him and his agent call, and they say, hey, I don't feel comfortable, then I'm not even going to say, hey, we've got a contract. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to let it go, and that's just one of those things where it's out of our control. We're kind of handcuffed. Also, if the state comes in and says, hey, the entire state, we don't want any gatherings over X amount of numbers. There's a ton of states out there right now in Ohio, California, Florida, several of them right now that are saying, hey, we don't want Washington, that we don't want gatherings of over 100 people, 200 people. Obviously, we're going to have 500 plus at our event. So if the state comes in and says that, then we're kind of handcuffed, for lack of a better verbiage. So, but none of that's happened yet. We're still a go. But again, Coach Nolan, agent, and myself, and probably Nolan as well, will talk on the 22nd and reaffirm everything, kind of reassess and see how Coach Nolan's feeling. First and foremost, see how he's feeling. Secondly, see what's going on with the state governing laws. But if it's up to all of us, all three of us, hey, we're going to do this thing. It's still going to go on. I have not cashed any checks yet, so all that money will stay with you. On the 22nd, I'll make that decision, and then we'll go forward from there. So just want to get that out of the way first, because that was kind of the big news for me anyways. So that's still going on as planned. The Coach Nolan Richardson banquet's still going on as planned. Again, we had several things here to talk about, as you see on the screen there. And one of them, Corning Sportsport. Go ahead and just talk a little bit about our company here that you're looking at right now. Just a little update on our streaming schedule. We were supposed to bring you a game coming up here pretty soon, and it was going to be a little rivalry game, if you will, and it doesn't look like we're going to get to do that. That game right there, the Corning Piggott game, which is always fun, that was going to be a softball game, and unfortunately the AAA has canceled every game from March 15th, which is tomorrow, till March 30th. So we'll post this. If people see our streaming schedule and see a game that we're supposed to be streaming, on that date right there, March 19th, that will not be happening now. And that's not Corning High School. That has nothing to do with them. That is the Arkansas Activities Association. That is your sanctioning governing body for all the high school sports that we're a member of. Because of that, we will not be streaming that game right there. Unfortunately, I wish that was not the case, but unfortunately that is the case. So we will not be streaming that softball game there. I know everyone's asking, well, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? We've actually had some schools in Missouri actually contact us and want us to stream some of their softball and baseball. And, Misha has not made a rule yet or a law. Or it's still a fluid situation. The last time I seen their anything that was noteworthy from them, newsworthy. So that could change for them as well. But maybe next week and the week after that, we might be streaming a little bit of Missouri Boot Hill baseball or softball. I don't know yet. I don't know. We got a lot of stuff, including a church. We got a church witness come in on Sundays and Wednesday nights and stream for them. So I don't know. We'll see. Also, we've been asked to stream graduation, Corning High School graduation on Sunday, May 3rd. If you got any family, friends, or any alumni that want to watch that, that's down the road, I know. But Sunday, May 3rd, we will be streaming the Corning High School graduation. Also, one more thing too, we have had a lot of offers lately to put a paywall on our streams. In other words, when you guys click on to watch these things, you guys got to pay a monthly subscription or a pay-per-view event or a yearly subscription. And a lot of places have come to us asking about that. A lot of places wanted to put ads into our system midway through, halfway through, and they kind of control that, and we get a good chunk of change off that. But I will never – that'll never happen here. As long as I'm here at CSR, that'll never happen. It'll always be free to view for you guys on Facebook and YouTube as far as I'm concerned. So I wanted to let y'all know that in case that got out there that people were talking to us about that. That is, we will not do that ever. I don't care, as long as I'm here anyways and alive and kicking. So also, hey, there's a way to watch on YouTube on your TV. My son's going to show you. I'm going to click over to his TV right now. Ty, take it away, buddy. He's going to do a little process here for you. So that's the home. If you got a smart TV anyways, that is your home right there. All right, Ty, go find your YouTube app here. Everyone has an app on these new smart TVs, and you can get a YouTube app. And right there it is. So when you click on that YouTube app, as Ty just did, just to show everybody out there how to work this, you can actually watch this on your 70-inch big screen in your living room. If this thing will work for us. Of course, it's taken forever to load here. But essentially, if you have a YouTube app, you can go on YouTube there, and you can see some of the goofy things he's been looking at. Go up to search there, and you can do Corning Sports Report. If he can, maybe, eventually. It's okay. It's okay. He's working at the best he can here. I got you. Here, I got you, buddy. I'll take over from here. But anyways, essentially, you can put in here Corning Sports Report, and you can actually pull up everything that we've been doing, and all of our videos will pop up there on that page. And again, this is on your TV, guys. And I tell you, the person that showed me this, I didn't even know you could do this. The person that showed me this was actually my dad, Old Man River of all people. Would have never thought that he would be the one to show me how to do something technology-wise, but I had no idea. I put corn in, didn't I? Yeah, that ain't going to work. I put corn in. It's not corn in Sports Report. That may be why we're not getting anywhere, Ty. But anyways, you can do this on your TV at home, which is really, really cool. You can do this on your iPad, obviously, through YouTube as well, tablets, whatever it may be. There's a bunch of different ways to watch us. So there it is over there in the top. There we are. So when you click on that, you can literally watch you can actually can we watch this event live? Look at this. So we're going to watch the event that we're streaming right now live on the TV here. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Anyway, so that's that. That's some things there as far as CSR is concerned. I know we had a few more things to speak on tonight before I get off here. And one of them was growing Corning together, as you see right there on your screen. Man, we've got some exciting things going on with growing. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Here you go, big guy. There you go, champ. We got some really exciting things going on at Growing Corning Together. First of all, we've got our true nonprofit status, our 501c3. Finally, we've been working on that for a long, long time, and we finally got that. That's fantastic stuff. That's really going to open up some avenues for us. And we're working one of them right now that's really exciting. We'll know something at the very beginning of April on it. I ain't going to say anything on here, but it's really exciting for the town, for everybody, the townspeople. So it'll be really, really neat if that works out for us. We'll see. I don't know. We've got some ideas on that. We're also working on some murals in the downtown area. Our whole point of this is just try to revitalize downtown and get it booming again. That's why we created the Spring Festival down there. We wanted it down there. We've been trying to clean up down there, get some of these buildings that are kind of rough down there, get them cleaned up and looking good. That's very, very important to us. And, hey, listen, as of right now, the Hop Alley Rally is still on, too. I know that's, in May, but, gosh, nothing surprises you right now with everything going on, obviously. But that is still on as well. Of course, we'll, like anybody else, we're going to obviously reassess that in probably middle of next month or something. We'll probably look into that. But everything is still on right there. J.R. Rock says, should have left it. Should have left it in Ty's hands. He would have at least spelled Corning right. That's probably true. Instead of Corning, I spelled Corning. Yeah. Way to go. Way to go. Yeah, I don't know how I did that, but either way. But, again, a lot of exciting stuff going on at Growing Corning Together. And we're trying to not just go out and get business for the town. We're also trying to retain business. That's really, really important, too. And guys, when I was younger, I would hear, man, I wish the mayor would do this or that. Why can't we get some business in town? Guys, it is not easy. Man, me personally, I know. It's not, because I've been doing some things on the side, behind the scenes for a few years now, and it is not easy. I promise you it's not easy. So you got so many people to work with and so many different little details, minor details from the building owner to, where you're located, the different, things that are necessities for these companies to come in, and how close are you to interstate, how close are you to railroad, different things like that. There's so much stuff. How much acreage do you have with that, and, entry, exit, all that. There's so much stuff. I mean, I could go all day. So it's not near as easy as people might think. And again, that's Growing Corning Together. Got a lot of stuff going on there. City of Corning stuff, as you see on there as well. We have some stuff on there. I want to go over this real quick. As Randall Godwin says, if you have the dish hopper, it has YouTube on it also. Well, thank you, Randall. I didn't know that. See, I learn something new every single day. Learn something new every single day. The mayor, I don't know if anybody has seen or read this yet, but the mayor had a letter to the city of Corning, regarding this crazy ordeal that we may not ever see again in our entire lifetime, but this crazy ordeal with this coronavirus. And I've got I think this is the letter right here. It says, I, Mayor Greg Arndt, wanted to take this opportunity, considering recent events in the media regarding coronavirus, to reassure the citizens of Corning that we at City Hall are staying up to date on news from our president, governor's office, the state health department, as well as the CDC. We have recommended that senior centers close but continue to serve food by home delivery. And we've got Bobby Lowe's just sent me a message there. I'm going to keep going with this, though. We have been in contact with the local school superintendent, and as of right now, we have been advised that the schools will remain open since we have no local cases reported. I would also like to strongly advise our local citizens to refrain from traveling out of the country unnecessarily, and also to take caution when traveling to areas where there are confirmed cases. We will continue to update and reassess our approach as more information becomes available. Thank you. God bless and stay well. That's from the best regards from Mayor Greg Arndt of Corning, Arkansas. If everybody hasn't got a chance to see that or to read that, I guess I should say. And I spoke with him today, and one of the things that we talked about, he said, just kind of simple stuff. People should just listen to the advice of the experts, work together to protect our most vulnerable population. Check on them, take them food and items, and as they need so they can stay inside and avoid possibly getting sick with all this stuff going on. And I couldn't agree more. Bobby Lowe said, mention the Kinders and Corey Jackson flagpole was put up and flag flying. Also mention our 501(c) status, and folks are now able to make donations to Growing Corning Together now. Very good, Bobby. I'd forgotten all about the donation part. That's very true. And also, I agree. We need to meet in a small group sometime. Totally agree. We sure do. Growing Corning Together has got a bunch of fantastic people in it right now, and I'm just so blessed to even be a part of it. So, again, that was from the city mayor there. I also want to read something off from Superintendent Kelly Smith. I had talked to her earlier, and she wanted to make this kind of clear, because I think a lot of people think that, because you're the superintendent, you have all this power over every single thing that happens at the school, and sometimes that's just simply not true. And she said the superintendents across Arkansas do not, I repeat, the superintendents across Arkansas do not have the authority to close their schools for this. They don't. They just simply don't, guys. So if anybody's upset that Corning High School is not closed, I know I've heard a lot of people say, hey, man, if 25 kids can't play on a diamond, why can 25 kids, sit together in a classroom? And that may be. Look, I won't pretend to know enough about this stuff, but because I just simply don't. But again, this is not Kelly Smith's problem here as far as being able to make that decision. She just simply can't. That decision is made by the Commissioner of Education. So, again, not the superintendent at the local schools. They said they are doing everything we do for flu and other viruses, cleaning diligently every day. So that was the superintendent from Corning High School, Kelly Smith, with that one. Guys, we've got several of y'all tuning on. Does anybody have any questions for us while we're here? Anything, whether it's relating to the stuff going on with the town, the school, the GCT, Pride Booster Club banquet, golf tournament, Corning Sports Report, Growing Corning Together, anything at all? Also want to mention, we've had a lot of people come to us lately. Corning Sports Report, we're not just a multimedia company as far as, TV production style like this and pictures and stuff like that. We don't just do that stuff. We're also creating websites. We're creating a couple of websites now for some people down south. And if you ever want to get an idea or at least an example of that, we're about 50-60% done with our own website, redlinealliance.com. Check that out. But we do websites, we create, we design, we host them. 24/7 tech support on that as well. We also create company logos. We've done several of those so far too, and event flyers as well. So I know we're done with the sports here for a couple of weeks, unless we come over here to Missouri, which we may do it. I don't know, but so there's some other avenues that you can get with us, and maybe we can help you out and be of assistance. Let's see if anybody else has any questions on here. Anybody at all? And I think our next game. Let's see when our next game is going to be that we're going to be streaming, folks. I know this game right here won't be too far from now. And again, the Arkansas Activity Association, the AAA, they will reassess everything on March 30th. So that game is April 9th. So maybe we'll be able to get that game in. And I think maybe this one here too. I didn't do a very good job of blowing that up there for you. We'll redo that there. Because I think this one is somewhere during April, I think. April 17th. So maybe that game as well. We apologize. It's just one of those things. The AAA, they came in and said, nothing until March 30th. And listen, that's not the coaches. Again, that's not the superintendent. That's not Kelly Smith. That's nobody except our governing body, the sanctioning body of the Arkansas Athletics, the Arkansas Activity Association out of Little Rock, Arkansas. So, again, if you're just tuning in with us, again, Sports Center Banquet is still on with Coach Nolan Richardson for now. Again, 22nd, I'm getting a phone call from him and Coach Nolan and the agent, and we'll kind of reassess if there's any kind of state regulations or laws against us having a large gathering. We'll obviously have to figure something out there. So that, or if Coach Nolan, I mean, at his age, you never know. Maybe this stuff gets worse, and maybe he doesn't want to come down here. And his wife Rose isn't in the best of health either. So, but as of right now, everything is on for that. Adam Valance says, "There's that 5 head again." There you go. See it? I know what he's talking about. See, there's 4 head, 5 head. Yeah, it's big. Yeah, I'm losing hair, and I used to make fun of my dad all the time. So, yeah, I should have never done that. So, man, we had a lot of fun this week in getting ready for some different stuff for you guys on these live streams. We're going to have a trivia deal here that we're going to have. That of course isn't happening now because we're not having any games. We had some social media engagement for you. During spring break, what would you rather do? Go to the ocean, lake, or river? We had so much different things that we were kind of just getting ready to bring out, and unfortunately, we're going to be put on hold for a while. So, and again, that's not none of the coaches' fault. That's not Kelly Smith, the superintendent's fault, or anybody at Corning High School. That's the AAA, and they're trying to play it as safe as they can. And I'm not going to sit there and have opinion on that when I don't know near enough about it. So, do we have any questions at all? Anybody out there got any questions at all? Let's see has anybody commented anything here? Adam Valance says, "I know it's hard to believe, but your head is barely." Man, he's got a lot of jokes tonight, Adam. I'm going to remember that. Me and him are going to have an eating contest that we're going to live stream too, by the way, at Harold's Barbecue. It is on. I think he's severely underrating me on that. Got a ton of people on tonight. We appreciate you for tuning in with us. Again, that's just kind of a little bit of a town update with everything going on. Everyone's kind of nervous about so much stuff going on, and I wanted to give an update on Growing Corning Together as well. Listen, hey, another thing about that Growing Corning Together, that's open for anybody. We'd love to have more members. Hey, especially younger generation. Unfortunately, there's not too many spring chickens in there. I know all those members are watching right now. I can say that we're all pretty close now, but I can say that. But the more younger members we can get, the better, and that would be fantastic. Not sure when our next meeting is, but may even be this Thursday or next Thursday. Usually it's on a Thursday night, but I'm going to try to rotate local businesses in town. So get a hold of me if you're curious about that, maybe joining a board and helping us out. It's a nonprofit organization, and we're doing everything we can to help out the city of Corning. So, again, we've heard a little bit from Corning Mayor Greg Arndt there, heard a little bit from Corning Superintendent Kelly Smith, heard a little bit about Corning, Growing Corning Together, of course, here at CSR, then also the Pride and GCT sports banquet update. So, guys, if nobody else has any questions or anything else, I am going to get off of here. Ty, you want to tell them bye? Tell them bye? A little salute, anything? A little deuces? Yeah? Peace, he says. Okay. Oh, hey, here, we got one more. Adam Valance, if Nolan can't be there, will we look for a second/last-minute speaker as a backup? That's a great question that on the 22nd I am going to get with all the Growing Corning Together members and talk about. I'm hoping that won't be an issue. But if it is, I've got a few ideas in the back of my mind that I already actually spoke to before I even spoke to Nolan. It'll be really tough on that last-minute deal. It might be one of those things where we'd have to push it out a little bit further back type of deal for those guys, the two that I have in mind, the two that I reached out to. The biggest ordeal is we got to know something. Coach Nolan and his agent really need to give us a really concrete answer that day because, again, catering, the table rentals, all that different stuff that goes into it, we got to know then. So, but very, very possible. Yes, very, very possible. It's a lot of shuffling, a lot of logistical nightmare stuff, but yes, very, very possible unless the state comes in and says, hey, you guys can't do it. No more large gatherings of this many or more because we're going to have 500 plus there. And honestly, if we'd had a bigger venue with a different fire code, we'd probably have upwards of 1,000. We'd probably break a record for a sports banquet in Arkansas. I know the Sports Hall of Fame roughly runs about 750 to 800, and that's usually the biggest one in the state they claim. So I truly believe that. We turned a lot of people down, and I hate that. But it's just one of those deals. It's a fire code. There's only so much room in there, and there's not another venue in Corning right now. We may be having one pretty soon, We'll see. Crossing our fingers on that with the growing corn together. But right now they're just not. So that is the latest updates. If anybody has any questions, just feel free to comment after this video is over. Guys, I'm getting off for little man, champ as I call him, Ty. I've been Andy Earls. This is Corny Sports Report. Again, we'll be coming to you live hopefully pretty soon, maybe even with some sports in Missouri these next couple weeks. Until then, it'll be, I think, either the Piggott or Pocahontas. No, Manila. Manila game on April 3rd. We play Manila in baseball, I believe. So if the AAA has decided something by then. Carl Whitman, hang on. Could the event be pushed back if something does happen? There's nothing in the contract that says that. It's possible the event could be pushed back. That depends on Nolan. That's all on Nolan. I'm all for it if the state does something. But again, there's a deal in this contract, and you just have to read it. But if Nolan's okay with it, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with anything. Listen, we worked way too hard to get to this point, and then it just all our dreams get crushed. But we're staying positive. Again, Nolan has not said one word about not wanting to come, and his agent hasn't said one word about that. And the state has yet to say anything about us, specifically us in Clay County, not being able to have that kind of a gathering. So until then, we're going to push forward with it. So I just had so many people asking me. I just felt like it's just time to get it out there and let everybody know. So address that. Crystal Lucas says, could we push the date back? Again, that's what Carlo just asked, and very possible. Again, just depends on Nolan. It really just depends on Nolan. So, I'll be honest with you, Coach Nolan hasn't spoke publicly very much at all. Just tell you the truth. The Northwest Arkansas Touchdown Club, I think, had him maybe a year or two ago, and that was the first time he's publicly spoken Arkansas in a while, from my understanding, from his agent anyways. So we're really blessed. We're lucky to even get him, just to tell you the truth. I don't think he's ever came to Northeast Arkansas, ever, to speak, and it's just a blessing because right now his wife, Rose, like I said, is going through a lot, and we've got to get her something. We've got to give her some kind of gift. We need to surprise her with something that's meaningful, something that's lasting, something that she'll remember too, because it's it's not just about Nolan. His wife has obviously supported him for many, many years. So, but yeah, definitely a possibility, Crystal. It's just one of those deals we just got to play it by ear, and we'll see what happens. So, guys, again, thank you all. If you have any questions, just holler at me. Let me know. Appreciate y'all. Good night, and as always, go Cats.